Good morning, distinguished visitors, faculty and staff, family and friends of the Fall 2020 graduating class, and of course, welcome graduates. I'm Hannah Stout, Student Body President of Eastern New Mexico University. Welcome to the 2020 Fall Commencement Exercises, the 139th graduation for the students and faculty of Eastern New Mexico University, and our second virtual ceremony. The national anthem and the alma mater will now be sung by ENMU students, including some of our graduating seniors, directed by Dr. Stephanie Beinlich.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? There's a song in my heart and a feeling I will share for the school of the silver and green, for the memories I cherish and friends that I knew there in days of fellowship keen. There are thoughts that can't be spoken in my memories of you. So I'm singing the praises of Eastern University, alma mater true.
Thank you, Dr. Beinlich and students. As a December graduate myself, I know that it is hard to conduct such a memorable and honorable event virtually. As we look towards the future, each of us will take unique skills that we have acquired from our determination, passion, and amazing professors here at Eastern. If I could take just one thing from Eastern, and something I hope you all could take as well, is that you should always have passion and courage in everything you do, wherever your journey may take you. I hope it is one of an overwhelming passion and that you have the courage to tackle any obstacle that might come your way. I wish you all the very best in your journey ahead. Congratulations. It is now my pleasure to introduce the woman who taught me about the overwhelming passion and courage, the 11th president of Eastern New Mexico University and the first woman to hold that office, Dr. Patrice Caldwell.
Thank you, Hannah, for that very gracious introduction, and thank you for all you've contributed to Eastern during your educational career with us. Although commencement is a joyous occasion, much has occurred during the past months that have touched us all. Please join me in a moment of silent contemplation and prayer for the victims of coronavirus and for the first responders, healthcare professionals, and others working so hard to keep our communities safe. Thank you. Graduates, I know this is not the ceremony that you or any of us expected. We miss seeing you in Greyhound Arena in all your graduation regalia, the stands filled with your family and friends. But your diploma is no less valuable because of the circumstances and the absence of a huge audience. In fact, it might be more valuable. Since the start of this pandemic, you have demonstrated extraordinary determination and commitment to your education. Attending your virtual classes, completing coursework, staying focused on your goal. You will need that determination in the days ahead, but from where I stand, it's clear to me that nothing is going to stop you from accomplishing your next goal. Graduate study, professional school, full-time work, military service, starting a family, or all of the above. Because I have seen how you rose above the disappointments and limitations of this semester to achieve your diploma and your goals. I know you have the next stage well in hand. Congratulations. Eastern's faculty, staff, and its alumni are proud of you and proud that you are one of our family. In our unconventional commencement, we still have some very traditional elements. One of them is the University Mace, carried by Dr. Beinlich, Faculty Senate President. Dating from the Roman Empire, the mace symbolizes the authority vested in the president by a university's governing body. ENMU's mace was carved from black walnut and is topped with a university seal. It was designed and crafted by Mr. Greg Sen, Professor of Art, and is carried at each commencement ceremony. Another tradition of our graduation ceremony is to recognize the contributions of people very important to our graduates, the dedicated men and women who teach and mentor our students. At Eastern, we are extremely proud of our faculty and their commitment to the excellence of your educational experience. I know they wish they could be with you today. Today, graduates, you have accomplished something of true significance, but you had a lot of support along the way. We gratefully acknowledge the contributions of spouses, children, parents, and grandparents of the graduates, and uncles, aunts, cousins, and friends who helped you, supported you, and celebrate with you. If we were in Greyhound Arena asking all these groups to stand to be recognized, the entire arena would now be on their feet. Remember to thank them today for that support. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium the speakers for the 2020 Fall Commencement Ceremony. Representing the College of Business, Miss Amy Lucero, graduate of Albuquerque High School, earning her degree in Business Administration. Representing the College of Education and Technology, Miss Bianca Huerta from Lovington High School, earning her degree in the Bachelor of Science in Education. From the College of Fine Arts, Mr. Brandon Warren, graduate of Bernalillo High School. Brandon earns his degree in communication with an emphasis in broadcast journalism and broadcast production. And finally, from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, Miss Zia Tenario. Zia came to Eastern from Centennial High School in Las Cruces and leaves with a bachelor's in anthropology, emphasis in biological anthropology. Amy.
My fellow graduates, I am Amy Lucero, and I have been a student at Eastern New Mexico University for 5 years. Over our time here at Eastern, in the College of Business, we have learned a lot. Dr. Green taught us business law, Dr. Hemley taught us managerial finance, and Dr. Cole taught us the time value of money, as well as how to successfully run an athletic shoe company. All of this knowledge will no doubt be valuable as we go forward in life. But I think that the most important thing that we have learned over our time at Eastern is how to recognize and appreciate all people, cultures, and values. This skill brings a fresh perspective and provides for new ideas while navigating through the crazy world of business. Knowing we cannot do this on our own is vital. Being able to take criticism and grow professionally is a skill no professor can teach, but will take us far. I was 18 when I got married and in my early 20s when I had children. College was a very distant thought for me. I decided to apply to Eastern on a whim when I was 34, not thinking I'd be accepted. I've had to juggle my priorities as a single mom of 2 kids, working and attending Eastern full-time. This was not easy by any means. I struggled, I cried, I wanted to give up. I am the type of person that wasn't happy with a score of 92 on an assignment or an exam, except maybe in Dr. Hemley's class, because I knew I could do better. Little did I know the faculty was watching my progress, and as a result of all that hard work, today I'm giving you this speech. The day I got the call congratulating me, I was shocked and very humbled. I honestly thought they called the wrong person. I never imagined I would be here. I couldn't have done it without the support of people in my life. I'd like to thank my children Brianna and RJ for supporting me through this journey. I know it couldn't have been easy when you wanted to do fun things, but Mom was too busy with homework. It was a huge sacrifice, but I'm so glad that I was able to become someone that you could look up to and be proud of. Thank you, Mom, for helping me with my kids when I had major deadlines and always being supportive. Thank you to my brother James for always being there for me. Karen and Liz for being some of the most encouraging women I have ever known. And thank you to my dad for being proud of me no matter what, and to all my other friends and family that have encouraged me as I pursued this degree. Finally, I'd like to take a moment to talk about the hardship we are all facing during this time. 2020 has been a hard year, not only due to the global pandemic that has wreaked havoc across the world, but also the racial turmoil that has divided our country. No one is immune to the effects. My condolences go out to all that have been directly affected by any of these issues. We have persevered through so much hardship, all while trying to maintain our grades and focus. We've had to adjust to a new normal. This wasn't easy for me and likely not easy for any of you. We should all be proud of this accomplishment and know that things can only go up from here. So now we're college graduates. Soon we will venture out into the corporate world if you aren't already there and take it by the horns. As a final thought going forward, I'd like to leave you with a quote from Nora Ephron. She said, "Your education is a dress rehearsal for a life that is yours to lead." Thank you all.
I have breaking news for everyone. We have been playing Jumanji all 2020. 2020 has been crazy, but it is my honor to represent the College of Education and Technology today. Congratulations, class of 2020. Since March, we have experienced a unique educational shift. Many courses were not meant to be online, but together we overcame this obstacle. Let us take a moment to thank our instructors who worked tirelessly to reconstruct our courses, our family who had to adjust to us being home but not available, and our friends who helped us get through these courses. If you are with them right now, hug them and take this moment to thank them. Without you, we would not be graduating today. Graduates, you are overcomers. Many of you had struggles this last year, whether that be with finances, health, or family. Whether it took you 3 years or 10 years, you made it. Nothing can stop you now. Remember when we first stepped foot on this campus? You were filled with excitement and unending nerves. You got up and dressed nicely. By the time the second semester came around, you went to class in PJs with a coffee in your hand. Before you knew it, you were halfway done with your degree. We were all tired and wanted to give up, but we did not. I will be honest, I had that moment. Life gets hard, but you cannot give up. I wish I could say things get easier from here on out, but it will not. You have entered a new beginning. Do not be frightened by this. Not long ago, you took a chance and enrolled at ENMU. This is a lifelong investment that will follow you anywhere you go. Your resources here do not vanish once you get your degree. You built relationships with professors who are experts in your field and want you to succeed. To those who chose to become educators, you have heard Ms. Lemke say, "I am here for you 1,000 times. I wholeheartedly believe this. Just as our professors are here for us, we will be there for our students. Right now, more than ever, our students need us. They do not get to escape from their homes, so embrace your students with warmth every time you see them, online or face-to-face. You have the power to change a child's life. It is your turn to bring hope and love into the lives of others. Be the teacher you needed when you were in school. Before I go, I want you to stop and think about why you decided on this major. When things get tough, remember why. No matter what your degree is, remember why you started. Keep a notebook about all the reasons you are doing what you are doing, and you will never give up.
Whenever I started at Eastern, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do for my major. I had the idea that I wanted to do something with communications, but I wasn't 100% sure. Now, picture it. It's your first day in Portales. It's 97 degrees outside at 11 a.m. You've just finished moving everything into your dorm, and the first thing you have to do is dog days. I know. Dreadful, right? Well, when they were finally over for the day, there was a dinner afterwards, which again, I didn't want to attend. But after thinking about the loan I had just taken out, I decided that I should probably take all the free food I could get. Whenever I got from Eddie Hall to Dallin Sanders' patio, I found that almost every organization on campus was tabling. After wandering around a while, I stumbled upon some of interest. First and foremost, the table giving out free ramen. But the next two would go on to change the course of my college career. I found the boost for KNW and The Chase, which, if you don't know, are two of the student-based news organizations on campus. Considering I knew that I wanted to do something in communications, I signed up for both. Exactly 8 weeks later, I was enjoying life, but I was constantly busy. I chalked it up to just being a college student until I got my midterm grade from one of my professors. I had a 46% in the class. It hit me like a piano falling from the 4th floor window. While crying in my dorm room thinking about the options, I realized I had come to the fork in the road. If you don't like the hand that fate dealt you with, then fight for a new one. So, the next day, I quit The Chase. The next few weeks after that were exhausting. I stayed up late doing homework, night in and night out, and somehow I pulled a B in the class. I went on to work at KNW for the next 3 years. In my time there, I met some amazing people and learned some pretty outstanding things. It wasn't until about midway through my sophomore year, whenever I realized just how great an opportunity I had been given. I was working inside a real news station, something most students didn't get the chance to do until they were graduated. I don't remember the exact moment that it hit me, but I never took it for granted from then on. Every moment was a learning opportunity. I got to experience so many things at KNW, and I'm a better journalist because of it. I was ahead in all of my technical classes because I had already learned most of it at KNW. The fruits of my labor were already beginning to show. Every story I covered, every article I wrote, every assignment I turned in was a new lesson for me. That's the thing about news. It's always changing. You're never going to get the same story twice. And that's the reason why I aspire to be so much of my career. I worked hard in and out of the classroom during my 3.5 years at Eastern. Looking back on it, getting the news that I was failing that class was probably the best thing that happened to me that entire year. Because I got that wake-up call, I know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail, nonetheless. And that lesson has come to benefit me on multiple occasions. One of them is during the unprecedented times that we've been going through for the last 9 months or so. Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. COVID arrived and flipped our worlds upside down. It's because of that I reach out my sincerest gratitude to all the women and men who have sacrificed their way of life in order to help the rest of us succeed. I'd also like to thank the staff and the administration at this university for making this tough decision to shut down the university this semester and to try their best to give us the highest quality of education that could be communicated through a virtual medium. To all the graduates and students here right now, you have my utmost respect for prevailing through these challenging times and continuing your education online. For writing papers or finishing lab reports whenever you would have much rather curled up on your bed and scrolled mindlessly on your phone, or even just for sending an email or watching a lecture when you could hardly will yourself to get out of bed. It's the little things that have kept us going during these trying times, and it's the little things that continue to make the world go around. If this lockdown has taught me anything, it's that laziness is the mother of all bad habits, but ultimately, she is a mother, and we should respect her. So, take some time for yourself. Admire the beauty of the world around you. Enjoy the clouds, just floating along, because there's no advantage to hurrying through life. And at the end of the day, we're on a giant rock floating through space, and nothing matters unless you believe it does. So that dream that's been put in your heart, chase it. That idea that you've been thinking about night and day, nurture it to the fullest of your abilities. That goal in your head, achieve it. Do the things that you love with who you love, because maybe, just maybe, there is no purpose in life. But if you linger a while longer in this world, you might discover something of value in it. Thank you, and stay safe.
Hello, Eastern New Mexico University, faculty and staff, students, friends and family, and my fellow graduates. When deciding which university to attend after high school, Eastern New Mexico University stood out to me in particular. Being from Las Cruces, New Mexico, I knew that attending ENMU would allow me to have my support system nearby while providing me with the independence that I needed to grow on my own. ENMU has become a second home to me where I have made great and long-lasting connections that wouldn't have been possible otherwise at a larger university. Throughout my time at Eastern, I have always been appreciative of how warm the people who make up ENMU are towards each other. Everyone here works to create a friendly and inviting environment, and that is what makes Eastern truly feel like a community. When I began taking more and more classes at ENMU, I became a part of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences and found my niche in the anthropology department. Like many of you watching today, I had no clue what anthropology was and what it entailed, or how much it would have an influence on me. Studying the behavior and skeletal anatomy of humans has allowed me to think creatively and with an open mind. I have found a field of study that I love and would not have felt so welcomed without the incredible staff, faculty, and students within the anthropology and applied archaeology department. And for that, I couldn't be more grateful. ENMU has allowed me to work hands-on with skeletal collections, learn about anthropological techniques through a holistic approach, create a rapport with faculty, and instill relationships with other anthropology students who share a passion for the discipline. As a tutor for ENMU, passing my knowledge and love of anthropology on to other students has been a truly rewarding experience as well. Eastern New Mexico University has provided me with opportunities through student organizations like Forensic Science Society. In 2018, I was able to attend the 70th Annual American Academy of Forensic Sciences meeting in Seattle, Washington with my fellow organization members. This experience helped me connect with other students outside of the anthropology department and provided me with professional conference experience as an undergraduate. After graduation, I plan to continue my education by pursuing a master's degree in anthropology, starting in the fall of 2021. In the future, I hope to be doing osteological lab work, studying and learning about humans and their past through the analyses of their skeletons. My goal is to help others understand human behavior and contribute to the reconstruction of the human past. This determination and passion has been made possible by the strong foundation that I have built while attending Eastern New Mexico University. To my fellow graduates, all of the hours spent in the library that I never thought I would miss have truly paid off. Now is the time to be proud of ourselves. Be proud for deciding to get a college education to set yourself up for a successful future. Be proud for all of the hours of studying and hard work that you have put into these past few years. Be proud for making connections with fellow students and faculty. And yes, be proud for all of the frustrations and failures from which you have learned. Without these successes and challenges, we would not be here celebrating today. So be proud, because although we may not be able to recognize each other's accomplishments in person today, that does not discredit all of the hard work that we have put in to get where we are now. With that said, I would like to thank all of the ENMU faculty, staff, and students who have had a positive impact on my education and academic experience. A special thank you to Professor Alla Parsons in the Art Department and Dr. Darren Pollock in the Biology Department, as well as faculty and staff of the Anthropology Department, past and present. Dr. Susan Kuzminski, Dr. Kathy Durand, Dr. Brendan Asher, Dr. Heather Smith, Jenna Domishil, Dr. Eric Stanley, Dr. Robert Stokes, Barbara Sen, and Dr. John Montgomery. Thank you to my fellow anthropology students who I'll continue to stay connected with in the future. Thank you to the class dean, Dr. Mary Ayala, and members of the class council for selecting me to give this speech. And of course, thank you to my friends and family for supporting me always. Without the influence of these people, I would not be here speaking to all of you today. My fellow graduates, it has been an arduous year, but we persisted and graduated. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Amy, Bianca, Brendan, and Zia, for your comments and for all you've contributed to the university during your ENMU careers. And with you representing us and your fellow graduates, the world is in good hands. And now, to begin the presentation of the graduates, please welcome to the podium the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Jamie LAURENZ.
It is my pleasure to introduce the deans of the colleges to introduce the candidates for their degrees. Dr. John Montgomery, Dean of the Graduate School. Dr. Mary Ayala, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Dr. Herbert Snyder, Dean of the College of Business. Dr. Jeff Gentry, Dean of the College of Fine Arts. And Dr. Lee Hurren, Dean of the College of Education and Technology. Dr. Montgomery.
Thank you, Dr. LAURENZ. Dr. Caldwell, it is my privilege and genuine pleasure to present the following candidates for their respective degrees: Master of Arts, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, Master of Science, Master of Science in Nursing, Master of Special Education. These candidates, whose names appear on the official commencement program and who have satisfied all degree requirements, have been approved for graduation. I recommend that the degrees be conferred as listed. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Dean of Liberal Arts and Sciences, Dr. Mary Ayala.
Thank you, Dr. Montgomery. Dr. Caldwell, it is my privilege and genuine pleasure to present the following candidates for their respective degrees: Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Applied Arts and Sciences, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. These candidates, whose names appear on the official commencement program and who have satisfied all degree requirements, have been approved for graduation. I recommend that the degrees be conferred as listed. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Herb Snyder, Dean of the College of Business. Dr. Snyder?
Thank you, Dr. Ayala. Dr. Caldwell, it is my privilege and genuine pleasure to present the following candidates for their respective degrees: Bachelor of Applied Arts and Science, Bachelor of Business Administration. These candidates, whose names appear in the official commencement program and who have satisfied all degree requirements, have been approved for graduation. I recommend that the degrees be confirmed as listed. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Jeff Gentry, Dean of the College of Fine Arts. Dr. Gentry.
Thank you, Dr. Snyder. Dr. Caldwell, it is my privilege and genuine pleasure to present the following candidates for their respective degrees: Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Music Education, Bachelor of Science. These candidates, whose names appear on the official commencement program and who have satisfied all degree requirements, have been approved for graduation. I recommend that the degrees be conferred as listed. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Lee Hurren, Dean of the College of Education and Technology. Dr. Hurren?
Thank you, Dr. Gentry. Dr. Caldwell, it is my privilege and genuine pleasure to present the following candidates for their respective degrees: Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of University Studies. These candidates, whose names appear on the official commencement program and who have satisfied all degree requirements, have been approved for graduation. I recommend that the degrees be conferred as listed.
Thank you, Deans and Dr. LAURENZ. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of Eastern New Mexico University, and upon the recommendation of the faculty and administration of the colleges, I hereby confer upon each student the degree for which he or she has completed the requirements and all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations. Undergraduates, much as we'd like, we cannot present each of you personally with your diploma. We now present Ms. Caitlin Glazier with hers, representing all ENMU students graduating this fall. Caitlin is graduating summa cum laude with her bachelor's in forensic science and a minor in psychology. Graduate students. Traditionally, this event would include a hooding ceremony. This ceremony symbolizes the passing of the guard from one generation of scholars to the next. It dates to medieval times when the hood distinguished the recipients as belonging to the teaching guild of the Master of Arts. While we cannot hood each of you, our graduate degree recipients, we wish to hood one, Miss Melissa Chacon, with her master's degree in communication, representing all of our graduate students. The hooding is being performed by Vice President LAURENZ and Dr. Montgomery, Dean of the Graduate School. Congratulations, Melissa, and to all our graduates. Finally, graduates, let me ask you to stand no matter where you are. Please make sure that all bachelor's degree recipients have your tassels on the right side of your real or imagined mortarboard. Ready? Now move that tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, graduates. I would now like to introduce Ms. Diana Cordova, a member of the ENMU Alumni Board, to welcome our new graduates to our Alumni Association.
Hello, my name is Diana Cordova. On behalf of Alumni Affairs and the Alumni Association, congratulations on your extraordinary achievement, graduation. As a Greyhound graduate of ENMU, you're now a member of the Alumni Association. We look forward to staying in touch and watching your success continue. The Green and Silver magazine will help you stay connected with us and other alumni about special events, invitations, and campus occasions. Please be sure to update your contact information at enmu.edu/info-update. Hola, de parte de la Oficina y Asociación de Alumnos Graduados de Eastern New Mexico University, enhorabuena por este gran logro.
Thank you, Diana. Congratulations to our newest alumni. You're joining a very accomplished group of individuals. In closing, I would like to thank the Office of the Registrar, KENW production and post-production staff, members of Physical Plant, the Office of Communication Services, and everyone who made today possible. Thanks to all the students who contributed photos for the slideshow that will conclude this program. And I thank you all for participating in person or virtually in the Fall 2020 commencement exercises. A safe and happy holiday season to you all. This concludes our fall commencement exercises for Eastern New Mexico University. I now present our pride and glory, our 2020 fall graduates.